Let's have a day. Welcome in. You're watching the 49ers Report live here on Chat Sports. I'm Chase Senior. No matter where you are or how you're tuned in, greatly appreciate all of you, as always, for watching the San Francisco 49ers Report. It's week 2 of NFL free agency, so of course, a lot going on across the NFL, especially pertaining to the San Francisco 49ers. So we'll dive into all of that buzz, as well as some trade rumors, and coming up later on today's live show, some breakout candidates for 2023 as we sit here at the tail end of March. To get us started, though, we have about 30 people watching live. A lot of people are going to get that notification. They're going to come in. It's going to be a faithful party. Let's begin with this. Where are you watching from? Let us know down in the comment section. I see Mike Concho is going up on a Tuesday. Mama Legend, Fresno, California. Wet Noodle, Spokane, Washington. Eddie Grist, let's go. Texas Niner Ice, also in the chat. Live from Sheep Territory, that tells me you are in Los Angeles. F the Rams, Mike Concho, Brentwood, California. Joe Caterly, what's up, man? Judah, Wisconsin. Brett Brooks is in Denver, North Carolina. Joel Martinez, Valley Center, California. Jesus, Mexicali, Mexico. Frederick Hurt, Richmond, Virginia, the RVA representing the Niner gang out on the West Coast. We have people representing the Niner gang from all over the world, international, in America, in Mexico, everywhere. Terabella, California from Juan Lopez, Chulalore, Hamilton City, California. Mike Antonio, Las Vegas. Garcia Brothers in Connecticut, and Tisha Edmonds in McKinney, Texas. Producer Trace on the ones and twos, and all of you here with us as well. If you missed our live shows last week, you missed a lot. It popped off. It got litty. It got crazy. A couple of great Super Chat giveaways. Friday's show, historic outside of a live watch party, $2,100 in Super Chats. I don't expect us to beat that today, but if we do, we will, of course, celebrate. If you like what the Niners are doing this offseason, I want you to hit that thumbs up icon and like the video. It's certainly been eventful for the Niners coming off back-to-back NFC Championship games. A couple of areas in which they needed to improve in. And I think that they've improved their starting lineups. I think their depth has taken a little bit of a hit. But if you like what the Niners are doing this offseason, like the video. Now we're up to 50 people watching live at 16 likes. Make sure you continue to hit that thumbs up icon and like the video. Huncho saying what up, Trizzy and Trace. Chulalore, hit that thumbs up icon. Bay Area season, London, England for now. That's good stuff. Tisha, McKinney, Texas. Larry Fort, what's up, Chase? Larry, what it do? Tony Morales, San Antonio, Texas. Jesus, Jonah Williams, playing offensive tackle, was the one who allowed the most sacks and pressures last year for Cincinnati. It would be a mistake to bring him in as a Niner. We're going to talk about him coming up later on today's show. Kent Freeman, what's up? Just got here and liked. What's up, Kent? Larry Fort is in Dallas, Texas. That's where we are from the Chat Sports Studios, although it's always F the Cowboys. Eddie Grist, live from school. Shout out to Long Beach State University. Man, it must be cool to go to Long Beach State University, Eddie Grist. Thanks for watching from school. Hopefully we're able to give you a little bit of a break there from your boring lecture halls. I was never a big school guy because I could just sit there and listen to teachers talk. I need to actually do something. That's why my favorite subject growing up in high school was woodshop, because I could build some stuff. Tito Joseph, Chase, what's up, my guy? Bang, bang, Niner gang. Tito! Garcia Brothers already using that hashtag 49ers Larry Fort. What's the scenario of getting Lamar Jackson? Got to trade 2 first-round picks, probably give him $50 million per year, and you have to give up a lot of player capital as well. Texas, how true is the rumor of Jed wanting Lance to play? Well, I'm sure this organization wants to see what their number 3 former overall pick can do, but he hasn't really had an opportunity to play so far. Eddie Grist, yes, I'd rather chop it up with the faithful than deal with the midterms. Midterms brutal. I am the walking essence of C's get degrees. If you want to join the show, use the hashtag 49ers or Super Chat. Yes, I know, I'm such a good role model, right, for all you young kids out there. Hashtag 49ers or Super Chat to join the program here. Reedy Reed, Melbourne, Australia. That's where my family is, where my dad grew up. So with that, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. Rich Merck from the UK. Michael, How would you think about the Niners if they traded for Renfrow, the Raiders wide receiver? Stay tuned. We'll talk about him as well. Grant Cohn breaking that story the other day that the Niners at least inquired about him. He's been on the trade block for a little while, according to some reports out there. Mamba legend, can't wait for the season. I know it's going to be great. I smell Super Bowl number 6 this year. If the Niners make it to the Super Bowl, going to go to Super Bowl Radio Row hopefully again. And if they win the Super Bowl, we might do a 24-hour live stream. I'm not sure. It would be nuts. It would be wild. Brian Supermag, for the love of God, no Lamar. Relax, he's a really good player. Eddie Griss, thank you, Honcho. We got people interacting here in the chat. Use the hashtag 49ers or Super Chat to join the show because we have a pretty good Super Chat menu cooked up for everybody today. Again, I'm not expecting it to get as crazy as it did last week, but shoot, we're always down to have a good time. Here's our Super Chat menu. If you send in $5, that's a Niner mug. Cheers. $10, we will spin the wheel. Our Super Chat MVP, if you send in more than $100 combined via Super Chats, we'll send you Big Cock Brock here. It's going to go to your crib. And if you send us a $500 Venmo, Trace, you can pop up my Venmo L3 that I put in there. We will send you a custom Niners jersey that I will also wear on the show. For instance, last week, Brian Coart, our Super Chat MVP from last week, he sent us in $500. So we're going to get him a custom Niners jersey. We're going to order it here. I'll rock it on the show. Then at some point, we're going to send it to him. So if you send me a Venmo, at Chase_Senior, you see the handle down below of $500. Let us know in the chat. We'll get a custom jersey for you. We'll put you in the Super Chat Ring of Honor. We'll retire your jersey, and then we'll send it to you right here on the San Francisco 49ers Report. So that right there is our Super Chat menu. Anthony Hill saying broken ankle slows down Trey Lance. It's a serious injury for sure, but Dak Prescott made a full recovery from an ankle injury that was even worse than what Trey Lance had. Garcia brothers. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Hoi, hoi, hoi. I love it, man. Got to show some love to our Aussie peeps. If you want to interact with me on Twitter and Instagram, feel free to hit me up. You see the handles here to my right. At Chase_Senior on Twitter. At Chase_Senior on Instagram as well. Love chopping it up with the faithful as always. So if you want to hit me up, let's chop it up. But if you're ready to officially start the show, I need you to hit that thumbs up icon and like the video. We have 170 people watching live. We want to make this a big Niner party today. So in order to make it a larger party, we need more people to hit that thumbs up icon and like the video. Otherwise, we might just have to shut off the stream and we won't even start the live show, which would be a shame because we have some great stuff and some juicy topics to discuss here on the San Francisco 49ers Report. Can we get to 100 likes? Can we get to 100 likes? Let me challenge the faithful here. I'm going to give you about 1 minute. Can we pick up 48 more likes over the next minute? Hit that thumbs up icon, like the video if you're ready to start the show. A lot of great stuff to talk about here.
Hey, also, when you like the video, type me, and we're going to give some shout-outs in the chat. Type me if you like the video.
Yes, if you like it, type me, as Trey said. We'll give you some shouts. John Wallace, the legend, is here. John Wallace, what up, Niner faithful in the Chat Sports family? John Wallace, the winner of our Deebo Samuel headband last week. And John, I'm actually going to send you a Niners pillow as well because you were an OG last week. We certainly appreciate you. So we're going to send you an additional item too because we appreciate your support. So John Wallace, type in that me. Don Mecca, Juan, Daddy, George, Brian, Anthony, Jimmy Boy, Ken Flynn, Bouse, Jonathan Reese, Mike Concho, Brian Wynn, Friendly Fitness Fun, Chua Lore. Going to take a look at the clock here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got past 80 likes. We're on the road to 100 likes. Let's show the Super Chat menu one more time because if you want to send in a donation, we'll answer those after our upcoming segment as we take a look at the latest Niners trade buzz. Here is our Super Chat menu. You send us in a 5. Niner mug cheers. 10, we'll spin the wheel. Our Super Chat MVP, like if you are clearly the MVP, you will win our Big Cock Brock with the 49ers sweatshirt and Brock here. He speaks. He does talk, and if you send me a $500 Venmo at Chase_Senior, you will get your custom Niners jersey with whatever you want on the nameplate and whatever jersey you want as well. All right, we're up to 83 likes. Appreciate all the support. Garcia Brothers telling the people to hit that thumbs up kind of like the video. Trace, just in case we got to do a loop cut, just get that ready, I guess, just in case we want to do that. Let's get to 100 likes here. Super chat to get on the show. Hashtag 49ers. More people going to get that notification. They're going to pile in as well. Joe Caterly, Mark Dial, James Conan, Don Mecca, TJ, don't call him Tyler Jones, Gordon, Johnny Jackson, and Jesus, all in the chat. Now we're 12 likes away from 100. We appreciate y'all. Friend Chase, a question. Why is there no sports chat in the Spanish version from Jesus? Well, I am not bilingual. Unfortunately, I cannot speak Spanish. I did take Spanish in high school, but, I was a little bit of a rebel when I was in high school, and I didn't take it seriously enough. Now, I can say, hola, ¿cómo estás? Jack earlier said, hey, I'm ready for you to come into the studio. I said, uno momento, but my Spanish is very, very limited. So we don't have those capabilities because I can't speak Spanish. So unfortunately, I'm not able to help you out there, but if we continue to blow up as a company, shoot, you never know what we could do. Keep up the good work. Love your commentary and updates from Crazy Cuzzo. You're my Cuzzo. All of you are my people. It's the 49ers Report by Chat Sports. The official show starts right now. All right, what's good? Welcome in. You're watching the San Francisco 49ers Report by Chat Sports. I'm Chase Senior. No matter where you are or how you're tuned in, greatly appreciate all of you for watching today's show and making our free agency coverage a part of your last week and this week, because all of our coverage has been received very well thanks to all of you, our loyal subscribers here on the show. And speaking of our subscribers, we are closing in on another massive milestone, and it's really humbling to see how much I've been able to grow this channel. I took over during the 2021 NFL Draft. We were at about 30,000 subscribers. Now we're closing in on 80K. 200 people away. How quickly can we get there? For those of you not familiar with the show, we're the largest independently run channel that covers the Niners on a daily basis. News, rumors, analysis, live shows, watch parties, audience interaction, whatever happens with this team, we have you covered. And when breaking news goes down, nobody covers it as quickly and as in-depth as us. So bang, bang, Niner Gang, subscribe today. We appreciate you. Let's begin with this. We're going to discover and talk about some of the latest Niners trade rumors here. Everything's been so free agency heavy over the last week and change, but San Francisco could look to add to this roster via the trade market. And we know that right now, after Mike McGlinchey got the bag, and I think got overpaid by the Denver Broncos, that San Francisco has a need for right tackle. The free agency pool, a little bit light. Draftees might be a little bit too young for a win-now roster, and San Francisco does not have a pick until 99 overall. Pretty intriguing player who could be available. It is Jonah Williams, the left tackle for the Cincinnati Bengals. He submitted a trade request to the Bengals last week after Cincinnati signed Orlando Brown to a massive contract. And he is intriguing for a couple of reasons here. And Trace, you can just keep that up in the preview screen there. He was selected in the first round back in the 2019 draft by Cincinnati, 11th overall. He was a unanimous All-American by Alabama in 2018. He's still only 25 years old and has some pretty good size for a left tackle at 6'4", 312 pounds. Obviously, the Niners have a need at right tackle. Jonah Williams has never played right tackle. He's only played left tackle, but oftentimes players can make that switch somewhat seamlessly. The issue with Jonah Williams, though, and why I'm not too all in on a potential trade, he's an expensive player on an expiring contract who did not play well last year, hasn't really played well or lived up to expectations for being the 11th overall pick, and he's never registered a snap at right tackle in his NFL career. So with that, before we continue to dive further into this as well as Hunter Renfrow, this is our poll question here to my right. Should the 49ers pull off a trade for Jonah Williams considering the need along the offensive line? T for trade, P for pass. Let me know. This will be the Pinned comment, so if you get hit with that YouTube ad break, use it to your advantage. Scroll on down and get your votes in. By the time you do that, we'll be back chopping it up. More on Jonah Williams here. The money due with that aforementioned contract. $12.6 million in base salary because the Bengals did exercise his fifth-year option because he was a former first-round pick, and a cap hit this upcoming year of that same dollar amount at $12.6 million. Going back to the play. Last year, did not play well for Cincinnati and wasn't able to keep Joe Burrow upright. Joe Burrow's a great quarterback, but the offensive line, since he's come into the league out of LSU, has been spotty at best. That's why they brought in a guy like Orlando Brown. 61.2 overall grade for Jonah Williams last year, a pass blocking grade of 63.9. He is an awful run blocker. A grade of 49.9. What does Kyle Shanahan like to do? What is the forte of his offense? The outside zone scheme. What is the backbone of it? It's running the football. And if you are a bad run blocker in this offense at tackle, when you have to get out in space, get to that second and third level, to block downfield, to open up the running lanes for McCaffrey, Elijah Mitchell, Deebo Samuel, and the whole crew, that is not ideal by any means. You look further at the stats here. 1,100 snaps in 2022 for Williams. He had 4 penalties, gave up 12 sacks, and a total of 43 pressures. He was actually a weak spot on a weak offensive line for Cincinnati. Here's my read when it comes to this, because I've been asked this question over the last couple of days. It's been a hot topic among the faithful, on those YouTube streets, on the internet streets, on the Twitter streets. He is too expensive. He is not good enough, and he is not a positional fit for San Francisco. And because he's expensive, I'd rather go with a rookie in the 3rd round or trade up to the 2nd round who could be under team control for the next 4 years. Here are some 49ers offensive tackle draft targets who could be available in the 2nd or 3rd round. You have Darnell Wright out of Tennessee, Broderick Jones out of Georgia, although he might factor in better as a guard at the next level. Really like Anton Harrison out of Oklahoma, a bunch of experience with the Sooners, and he plays right tackle. Dawand Jones of Ohio State, and Ryan Hayes is a guy who we talked about during the NFL Scouting Combine because he did meet with the 49ers, I believe, and they have shown interest in him in these pre-draft conversations. So those right there, some offensive tackle targets that I think could be better players than Jonah Williams and a lot cheaper than Jonah Williams as well. Coming up next on the show, according to 49ers YouTuber sensation Grant Cohn, San Francisco showed some interest in trading for Hunter Renfrow, the slot wide receiver for the Las Vegas Raiders. Have to show some love and appreciation to Grant Cohn. He's one of the better YouTubers out there covering any team across the National Football League, and a lot of people deem him the OG of Niners talk on YouTube. I think we're right up there with Grant. The subscribers certainly back that up. We are the 2 largest independently run Niners YouTube channels out there. He's crushing it. We're crushing it. Show some love to both channels. 49ers Report, hosted by yours truly, 200 people away from 80,000 subscribers. Grant, he's about 100 people away from 63,000 subscribers. He's at Cone Zone on YouTube. And according to his sources, Niners reached out to the Raiders about Hunter Renfrow. This is something that's been in the works over the last couple of weeks. This has been a topic of conversation among a lot of Raider fans out there. Our own Mitchell Renz, host of the Raiders Report, the largest independently run Raiders channel on YouTube, has also been discussing this. This is what ESPN's Paul Gutierrez had to say about Renfrow last week during free agency after the Raiders inked Jakobi Meyers to that deal. The 3rd former Patriots offensive player to join the Raiders thus far, along with quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo and wide receiver Jakobi Meyers. Philip Dorsett, the classic burner, ran a 4.25 40-yard dash at his pro day at Miami in 2015. His addition, as well as Jakobi Meyers joining Las Vegas, seemingly puts into question the future of former Pro Bowl slot receiver Hunter Renfrow, who signed a 2-year, $32 million extension last June. Dorsett, a first-round pick of the Colts, has 151 receptions for 2,000-plus yards and 12 touchdowns in his career, with 8 touchdowns coming with the Patriots in 2018-2019. Obviously, there's that connection with Josh McDaniels, and he has brought in a lot of former Raiders, or a lot of former Patriots to the Las Vegas Raiders right now. But here's my issue with Paul Gutierrez saying that. Philip Dorsett, nowhere near the player that is Hunter Renfrow, a lot cheaper than Hunter Renfrow. But if you have Jimmy Garoppolo, who's shown throughout his NFL career that he is at his best when he is surrounded by premier talent, which is what they have right now, why would you not keep Hunter Renfrow, who's a great security blanket for a quarterback like Jimmy Garoppolo, who oftentimes has to check it down? They already traded away Darren Waller. Why would you trade away Hunter Renfrow as well? It's not like you're tight on the cap and you have to save a bunch of money. What would Renfrow's fit be with San Francisco? I'm not really sure, because this is a receiving core for the Niners that's really good. Brandon Ayuk tweeted out today, he's a fourth option in a run-first offense, yet he's still surpassed 1,000 yards. I think he's the most underrated receiver in the National Football League from a route running, production, and all-around wide receiver talent perspective. If he was featured heavily in an offense, I think he could be a 1,300, 1,400 per year guy. So you have him as your wide receiver 1. Those are facts, because Deebo Samuel is wide receiver 2. Juwan Jennings is a pretty solid security blanket of a receiver 2 who occupies that slot spot, who's a lot cheaper than Hunter Renfrow. You're looking for the emergence of Danny Gray. This is an offense that features the tight end heavily in George Kittle, who had this resurgence last year, which was crazy. And you already have Christian McCaffrey, who I think should be utilized more in the slot to conserve him and keep him healthy. So what would Renfrow's fit be with this offense? I'm not sure that trade would make a lot of sense from a fit standpoint as well as a cost management standpoint. But he's a really, really solid player. 2022, he was injured a lot. Only played 10 games, but when he was on the field, 50 targets, 36 catches, 330 yards, and 2 touchdowns. In 2021, he was good. A career year. 128 targets, 103 catches, more than 1,000 yards, and 9 touchdowns. And the 2 years before that, rookie and sophomore campaigns, he was targeted pretty often with some solid production, but no doubt best year did come in 2021. A little bit small, somewhat slower, but a route technician at that slot receiver spot for Renfrow. You look at the Niners' receiving production last year. They were really, really special. Ayuk, as I said, surpassed 1,000 yards receiving for the first time in his career. George Kittle was awesome the back half of the year. Just hit another stride when he teamed up with Brock Purdy. 60 catches, 765 yards, and 11 touchdowns. And Deebo Samuel, he's made a couple of hints about him taking his game to another level. He was a first-team All-Pro in 2021, and the Niners are going to need him to return to that form here in 2023. As for how much Renfrow would be making if the Niners did trade for him, a cap hit this upcoming year of $13.3 million. There is a potential out after 2023. If he were to be on the team in 2024, a cap hit of $13.7 million. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it makes a lot of sense. I like Juwan Jennings as that guy who comes through on some of the money downs, 3rd down, 4th down, but it is certainly an interesting name out there. So 2 trade candidates on today's show, Jonah Williams, Hunter Renfrow. I think aggressive wins in business, but I think the Niners need to be safe here and not trade for either of them. What say you, though? Should the Niners, about the latter, trade for Renfrow? HR for home run Hunter Renfrow, or type N for nah. Sound off with what you think. Let us know down in the comment section. And as always, thanks for your support of the Niners Report. All right, let's see what y'all are saying down in the comment section here. King Dingy. James Conan. You don't think that we're the best on YouTube? Okay, James. Interesting. The numbers point to a different direction. John Wallace, what's up, brother? Brian Supermag. Juan Lopez. What it do? How about this? This is interesting. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Some interesting stuff that just came in. Really fascinating stuff. Something that really doesn't make a lot of sense at all. How about this from Dov Kleiman? By the way, The New York Post did a story on Dov Kleiman last week and found out that he's actually a real person. They got actual pictures of him, and he lives in Israel. So if you're familiar with the Twitter game from Dov, he just tweeted out that former Steelers quarterback Ben Roethlisberger says that the Niners pursued him late last year and he nearly considered a comeback. So now we have Phillip Rivers and Ben Roethlisberger, who were said to have interest from San Francisco last year. That's hilarious. Let's see. Can I read this quote? They were, I think, reaching out maybe to gauge my interest. I had discussions. I'd be lying if I didn't say there was a small part of me that was intrigued. I could still do it and prove to people that I could still play. At the end of the day, I can't see myself in anything other than black and gold. So very interesting stuff there from Ben Roethlisberger, who said that the Niners reached out to him about playing at the end of last year. But Brock Purdy was absolutely slinging it. All right, let's get to our Super Chats here. We had a couple come in, so we'll hit them now. John Wallace with 5. What up, John? Looking forward to wearing them proudly next year towards our Super Bowl run. Bang, bang, Niner Empire. And gang, you're talking about the headband that he won last week. We're also going to send him a Niners pillow. And this one coming in from past. What's good, Chase? Spot me a penny. What's your take on signing Isaiah Oliver and Miles Hartsfield, re-signing Tashawn Gibson, losing Jimmy Ward and Emmanuel Mosley? Keep up the great work. Real one roll call. All right, Past, to answer your questions here, spot you a penny? I actually have a penny underneath my desk. I didn't pick it up, though, because it was tails up. But I might flip it over for you and then send it to you, Past. Isaiah Oliver, 2018 second-round pick, solid slot cornerback. He's basically going to take over the role from Jimmy Ward and a similar body type to Jimmy Ward. If you remember back to when the Niners lost to the Falcons earlier in 2022, Isaiah Oliver actually picked off Jimmy Garoppolo on a pass intended for Deebo Samuel. Miles Hartsfield, he is a Steve Wilkes guy. He was an undrafted free agent who's been able to stick with the Panthers 2020, 2021, and 2022. He was a restricted free agent who wasn't retained by Carolina. That's why he became a free agent, and the Niners picked him up. I don't really expect him to get a bunch of playing time, but he at least knows the defense from Steve Wilkes, and oftentimes defensive coordinators like that level of familiarity. Pass with another one here, $2. P.S. Is Javon Hargrave an excellent signing? Yes, he is. And you're making a statement there. He is an excellent signing. The highest graded defensive tackle outside of Aaron Donald the last 2 years is Javon Hargrave, and he's coming off a career year in which he had 11 sacks. So yes, he's a very solid player. The Niners had a desperate need at defensive tackle. I thought that they were going to go defensive tackle depth. They went defensive tackle superstar in Javon Hargrave. He demands so many double teams, and if you don't double team him, he can really cause destruction against the opposing offensive line and get to the quarterback. If you do double team him, what does it mean? Nick Bosa faces a lot more one-on-one matchups. If you want to join the show, use the hashtag 49ers. Better yet, Super Chat to hop on board. Get your questions answered. Get your takes answered, like past just now. There you go. That's how you can join the program. Here is our Super Chat menu. So we had, let's see. We had 1-5, 1-10, and then pass with the other two. So Niner mug cheers to our guy, John Wallace. $10, we'll spin the wheel. This one's for past. Let's spin it. See what we land on here. Follow Chase on Twitter.
Let's go.
Let's go. Give me a follow on Twitter, @Chase_Senior. Anybody who does that right now, I'll give you a shout here on the show. If you haven't given me a follow already, it's @Chase_Senior. Thank you very much. I'll take another sip for John Wallace, too.
Mike Honcho wants to know, is that AG1?
I take AG1 every day. I took it this morning. Mixed up my greens. Good start to the day. Honcho, that's how I'm able to stay thin here. You know, we drink a lot of beers. We drink a lot of Happy Dads here on the show. Got to stay thin. Got to stay healthy.
All right. This is an important question, and it's very important to all of the Niner gang.
Yes.
What's your height and shoe size? We're going
bringing
back
this
to the
back.
well.
We're
going
bringing
back
this
to the
back.
well.
Height and shoe size. Let us know in the comment section.
How tall are, and then also let us know how tall do you think we are and what's our shoe size?
That's pretty funny. Make that away.
Make that one? Okay.
Make that away.
Okay.
Larry Fort, Mike Concho, Greg Smith.
You like the title of this one? Of the graphic?
Silatanga! $10 super chat. We're up to $27 here. By the way, with our super chat menu, if one of our super chat MVPs surpasses $100 today, we're going to send you Big Cock Brock. This is Brock Purdy right here with a Niners hoodie. If you send me a $500 Venmo, we will get you a custom Niners jersey. We will retire your jersey number here on the show. We'll put it in the rafters and we'll send it to you. Yeah. Hilarious. Height and shoe size, Mamba Legend. 5'11", size 10. Mike Concho, I'm a caveman. What's Twitter? Ask Elon Musk. Texas Niner, 5'10", size 12. Kent Freeman, what's in the mug? Another happy dad here.
Another dad.
Jonathan Reese, 6'3", size 15.
Wow.
Sounds like a good quarterback right there. John Wallace, 11.5, 5'8".
Nice. Nice.
Let us know. Height and shoe size. You know when you call the Dan Patrick Show, first-time callers will say, 6 foot, 180, for instance. Frederick Hurt, 5'11", size 12. King Dingy, 6 foot, size 10.5. Mamba Legend with the good guess here. I think Trace is 6'1", size 14. Chase, I think you're 6 foot, size 13. That's actually right on the money. I am 6 foot, size 13.
Dude, these are a 13.
Traces are a 13.
Holy shit, you got it close.
Yeah, mine's a 13 as well.
I'm 6 foot on the nose,
Yeah.
size 13.
That's hilarious.
Hey, Mamba, that's impressive, man. That's impressive.
Hey, Zeus, 6'7", size 15. He could be a Jonah Williams-like offensive tackle.
Hey,
Larry
Zeus is
Fort,
a unit.
5'9", in 10.5 shoe size. Jesus Lopez is a unit. Dan Paul, 6'2", size 14. Lil Dude, following. I'll give those shout-outs to those of you who gave me a follow.
Oh, we owe a wheel spin for the super chat from
The real third member, 4th seed pro, Lil World, Frederick Hurt, Daniel Paul, Moses, Hurt Strain, Jason Bartlow, Ethan Rupert, Keese, Pat's Nation, Tim Hendricks. Thanks for the follows. Sela, just want to say thank you for what you do, Empire for Life. Sela, Sela, Sela. And if it's Sila, 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 Sila. All right, let's spin that wheel. Texas Niner Ice, any chance for Ngakoue? I hope so. I need him.
What's it gonna be? 10 jumping jacks.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Nice.
Dan Paul, great work, guys. Go Niners. Thank you, sir. Unique, 5'7", size 9.5 or 10, pending the brand. Hey, Zeus, they call me the shorty.
They call me
Unique said dumb. We're just having fun. Jerry Rice knows where that little world come from. That's funny. Unique should be 50. 50 jumping jacks? $50 super chat?
Deal.
50 jumping jacks. How about that? Here's our super chat menu before we get to our next segment. Breakout candidates on deck. What'd you say?
It's your move, Unique.
Yeah. Your move, Unique. Little dude, I'm 4 seed pro. Awesome, man. Thanks for the follow. 6'4", 16 issue here from Kent. Kent is a unit as well. Papa John, 6'5", size 12. Big dog. Super chat menu, $5. Niner mug cheers. $10, we'll spin the wheel again. Super chat MVP. If you send in a combined $100 or more, you win our Big Cock Brock. And for a $500 Venmo, you get a custom Niners jersey. Matthew Short, any information on offensive line? We talked about Jonah Williams earlier. as a trade candidate. I don't think it's going to happen, though. First of all, he plays left tackle, not right tackle. He's never played right tackle in his NFL career. And frankly, I don't think he's very good. He's just a popular name because he's an 11th overall pick. All right, no Venmos in. If no more Super Chats, we're going to move on to our next segment. Make sure you continue to hit that thumbs up icon and like the video. I see Papa John, Unique, Greg Smith, Paul, Mike Concho, Matthew Short, Timothy Johnson, Mamba Legend, King Dingy, Texas Niner Ice, and Larry Fort. They're all hanging out, as well as everybody else. With that, let's move on to our next segment here, live on the San Francisco 49ers Report. Coming up on today's show, we're going to look all the way ahead to the 2023 NFL season, and I put together a list of who I think could break out for San Francisco this upcoming campaign. A lot of interesting names that we're going to get to and talk about, and I'll explain why I think these individuals, all 5 of them, can break out for San Francisco this season. But first, if you're excited for Niners football to return, let's look ahead. Since we're already doing that on today's show, I want you to hit that thumbs up icon and like the video. As always, make sure you subscribe as well to the Best Niners channel here on YouTube. Today's show is sponsored by Kanzuri, a new sponsor here at Chat Sports. You can get 15% off using the promo code CHAT at kanzuri.com/chat. What is Kanzuri? Well, fellas, are you tired of feeling insecure about your height? Kanzuri makes shoes that can add up to 2.8 inches to your height, all discreetly. Women get heels, makeup, and push-up bras. Why can't men get a confidence boost? We're all the same height lying down anyway, if you know what I mean. Kanzuri shoes are not only height boosting, but also stylish and comfortable. They're not Grandpa's Velcro shoes, though. Grandpa, stand over there. Kanzuri, fashionable shoes that can receive compliments even without the height increase. These height insoles are integrated into the shoes, making it the ultimate height hack. And for a limited time only, for the faithful, Kanzuri is offering our viewers an exclusive discount of 15% on top of their up to 30% site-wide discount. All you got to do, use the code CHAT at kanzuri.com/chat to get your 45% off. Don't wait any longer. Upgrade your shoe game, your height, and your confidence now at kanzuri.com/chat. If you want to get high, put on a pair of Kanzuris. The link is available in the comment section and in the description of this video. You can comment your shoe size and your height and then add 2.8 inches to that in the comment section. Taking a look at our Niners breakout candidates here. Let's begin with Jordan Mason. I think this is somewhat of an obvious one, and this is a player who I really, really like as a UDFA out of Georgia Tech last year, made the 53-man roster late in the year, had a couple of games in which he was able to do some special things for the Niners, and heading into his sophomore campaign, I think his role is going to expand a little bit. At least I'm hopeful that it does, because I think he's a player. Here's why I think Jordan Mason can break out. He had 43 carries for 258 yards last year as a rookie. That is good for 6 yards per carry as a rook. And if you think about it, after Christian McCaffrey, Elijah Mitchell, really solid player. I think he has special ability, special vision, really good balance. He's injured far too often, and history shows he's probably going to get injured again. So Jordan Mason could step in and be RB number 2. He runs like a bull and identifies running lanes really quickly and brings this style to the Niners' ground game that has been missing. A guy who will run you over, look back at you, laugh, move the chains, keep it moving. I think Jordan Mason due for a breakout season here in 2023. Another second-year player who I think could break out too, it's Danny Gray. And I hope that he is featured more heavily in this offense. Like Jordan Mason gives running backs in this room a push because of his ability and him being a bell cow type of back who's really, really physical. Well, Danny Gray impresses a lot of people in the wide receiver room with his vertical, elite, breathtaking speed. Why I think he can break out. All 32 teams in the National Football League covet very fast wide receivers who can take the top off of the defense, who force a safety to slide over and hover that side of the field so that the opposing offense doesn't gash you with a large and explosive play, and Danny Gray has that speed. We saw it in the preseason when he linked up with Trey Lance on that 70-plus yard touchdown. He just needs to put it all together. Checking in at number 3, Marcelino McCrary Ball. This is a guy who maybe a lot of people don't know all that well. He did intercept Jordan Love in the preseason last year. And San Francisco as an organization likes to bring in linebackers who used to play defensive back and guys who have that defensive back background. That's what Marcelino McCrary Ball has. With Azeez Al-Shire leaving for the Titans in free agency, linking back up with Rand Carthon, Marcelino McCrary Ball, who we're going to deem MMB, could be LB3. He played defensive back at Indiana. He is a really good athlete. Now, he didn't get a lot of praise as a rookie or coming out of Indiana. He was a UDFA because he tore his ACL, was also making that positional switch, but he's added some weight. A lot of people like him within this organization. I think he could turn a lot of heads just like Azeez Al-Shire, who was also a UDFA. Diamador Lenore, somewhat of a familiar name among a lot of people. He really started to come on after Emmanuel Mosley went out with that torn ACL. And by season's end, I thought Diamador Lenore started to emerge as a legit number 2 corner at the end of the year and in the playoffs. There was a moment earlier on that last year where he was locking down and putting the clamps on a guy like Cooper Kupp. Then when it came time for the playoffs, I thought Lenore played good football. He's tough, he's physical, he's not scared, never shies away from contact either. And he's going to have every opportunity to prove that he should get paid in the future heading into year 3 by being cornerback number 2 on the opposite side of Charvarius Ward. And coming in lastly, at number 5, a popular name here. It is Trey Lance. Brock Purdy just got elbow surgery recently, right? Everybody wants to say that Brock Purdy could come back on that 6-month timeline. I'm not buying it. I don't think Purdy is going to be ready for week 1. At the very least, he is facing an uphill battle. Why Lance can break out, he has the ability. That's why he was drafted number 3, 2021, in the NFL draft. At North Dakota State, he ran it. He threw it. We've seen glimpses of him being a very special player in the NFL. He just needs more reps. Well, for him, he's going to get more reps this offseason because Purdy's going to be on the sideline coming back from that elbow injury. It's going to be a 2-quarterback show, Trey Lance as well as Sam Darnold. Lance has an opportunity to win this job because he was the number 3 overall pick back in 2021. If he lights it up, because of where the Niners drafted him, because of his potential, because of the fact that he can take this offense to another level, I don't think they're going to sit him for Brock Purdy. Lance, getting these reps, that's something that he needs. 6'4", 225, solid athleticism, really strong arm, can break out in 2023 as the team's quarterback number 1. With that, let's go to this question before we start answering your questions here on the show. Who is your 2023 breakout candidate for San Francisco? Want you to let me know down in the comment section. And as you venture down there, if you're a diehard fan of the San Francisco 49ers, if you're starving to get content on the daily that is informative, entertaining, consistent, fun, this is the spot for you. Closing in on 80,000 subscribers, so make sure you lock us in and subscribe today. It's the San Francisco 49ers Report. Speaking of our subscribers, to answer some questions from them, Wet Noodle 187. Hey, do you see any chance we can sign Bobby Wagner before he goes back to Seattle? Last I heard, he wants $7 million per year. I'd bring him back for 4. I wouldn't bring him in for $7 million. Bobby Wagner, still one of the highest graded linebackers according to PFF last year. I think he can still play with what he did last year. $7 million too much. I don't think the Niners would fork that over. Also, he plays the same position as Fred Warner. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. Mamba Legend, should we sign Cam Newton? What do you think, Chase? No. Cam Newton has always been inaccurate. What Cam Newton did in 2015 was special when he won NFL MVP, but he has been washed for a really long time. And this past week, if you're watching us on Tuesday, he worked out at Auburn's Pro Day. He was missing guys on simple out routes. I think for him, if you ran triple option for one game and Cam Newton was running the rock, he'd be intriguing to me. But in terms of a guy who can consistently make throws, he can't do it any longer. Mark Dial, I know it sounds dumb, but what about Taylor Lewan? Try him out at right tackle. Might be able to get him cheap. He has said that he can't play right tackle, that he won't play right tackle. He has also said that there are 30 other teams outside of the Titans looking to maybe have interest in him. And he said this obviously before free agency. He said 30 when there's 32 teams because one, the Titans, they let him go. The second team, the Niners, he said they already have Trent Williams. He won't come here. He can't play right tackle. So it doesn't sound dumb, Mark. I appreciate the question. Taylor Lewan is just a left tackle. Mamba Legend, Chase, would trading for Jason Kelce make sense? No, it would not make sense for a couple of reasons. He's the highest paid center in the NFL now, $14.25 million, and he is never going to not play for the Philadelphia Eagles. He was drafted in the early 2010s. He is an Eagles icon, an Eagles legend. He has contemplated retirement, but he is not going to retire this year, and he's not going to play for another team. He'd rather retire than play for another squad. Plus, you signed Jake Brendel. John Wallace, last question in this mailbag, $5 Super Chat. Looking forward to wearing them proudly next year. He's talking about our Super Chat giveaways towards our Super Bowl run, Bang Bang Niner Empire, and Niner Gang. If you want to do me a favor, give a shout out to this legend right here, John Wallace, down in the comment section by typing J-Dub. He's a real one. He's an OG, massive supporter of what we do. We appreciate him. You should appreciate him too. Show him some love and type J-Dub in the comments. If you want to interact with me, hit me up. Give me a follow on Twitter and Instagram. You see it here to my right, at Chase_Senior. We appreciate y'all. Sela, Jesus, What Noodle, Dan Paul, Texas Niner Ice, Mike Tucker, Mally Mall, all in the chat right now. You love to see it. I'm seeing a lot of J-Dubs in the chat as well. What Noodle saying, JW, you're amazing. Yes, he is. That's why we're going to give him the headband and an additional item, the pillow as well. What's your height and shoe size? We're going back to this, if anybody wants to let us know. Greg Smith, hi, Chase. Did you read what I said? March 15th, 2023. You can just let me know right now in the chat there, Greg, because I didn't see what you said. What was that, about a week ago? So you can let me know now in the comment section while you have me, Greg. Artful Dodger, JW gets that Bay love. Yes, he does. Wet Noodle, 5'10", 10.5. Wet Noodle, the tank. What'd you say? We'll see. Greg Smith, here's your comment. I think Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch should sign Darius Slay to the Niners, and the 49ers should keep Brandon Ayuk. I agree on Ayuk, but now Slay, heading back to the Eagles, sign a contract extension on a reworked deal. Jesus said, I'm with Wet Noodle. Both 5'10", 10.5. How about it? How about this? What is Chase and Trizzy's height and shoe size? Now we're taking your guesses. Greg Smith said, okay. I can't wait for that, Greg. Let me know.
You got to let us know.
Jesus, San Francisco. Here's our new question. You see Trizzy, you see me.
What's our height and shoe size?
What's our height and shoe size? Some people might already know it, so you might be cheating.
You might cheat.
6'4", 16E, 258.6 pounds from Kent. That's offensive lineman, defensive end type of size. Jesus got it right up at work because I'm watching the stream.
That's elite.
Let's go, Jesus. Let's go, Jesus. Let's go, Jesus. Jesus, this is for you too. F the bosses. F the bosses. F the bosses. Sela, Chase 9.5, Trizzy 11. Wow, disrespectful. Both 13. Both 13.
Shout out John Wallace.
DV says Trizzy's 5'9", Chase is 5'10". We're both about 6 foot, right?
Both about 6 foot, yeah.
John Wallace with another 5. Hey, Chase, what do you think about our draft? Where will our first focus be? And thank you, everyone. I'm humbled and will continue to be, and prayers for everyone. John, I think right tackle, safety, maybe another wide receiver to replace Juwan Jennings once he moves on. Defensive end, linebacker, corner. I think all those positions are in play. James Niffen, 6'5", shoe 13. You could pop that up on the show. He used hashtag 49ers like a real one. J-Ron Jackson, definitely right tackle. Yeah, I agree.
Shout out James.
Shout out James.
There we go. And he included his weight. We didn't even.
James, unit. James, unit. James, unit. James, unit. Casino King. Are they trading Ayuk? I hope not. Greg Smith, he's listening. He put it up too there, Trace. We could pop this up too.
Oh, here we go. Let's put up his guess.
Greg Smith. This is the final answer. 6 foot, size 13. Trizzy, 6 foot, size 13.
I mean,
we're like twins.
We are the same.
All right, we're up to $32 in super chats.
Here, our super chat menu is awesome.
Our super chat menu is great. If somebody sends in a combined $100, we're going to send you Big Cock Brock. He speaks. $5 is a Niner mug cheers. I owe that for John. $10 will spin the wheel. Super chat MVP. If you send in a combined more than 100, you win. Brock here. And if you send me a $500 Venmo, you get a custom Niners jersey, like Bryant Coart last week.
Yes, sir.
John said twins, absolutely. Cheers, fam.
Cheers, lads.
So we're done our segments. It's not as long of a show. One, because I'm thinking about running it back on Friday once again. And two, if we do all these segments, they could be wiped out by some of these free agency signings.
It's a weird time. But that's why you subscribe and turn on your noties.
Stoner Foo, give me a Niners jersey. Send me a $500 Venmo and I will.
Or
at Chase_Senior. Stoner Foo said right now.
Right now.
I told you the rules right now.
Now. He wants it now.
Jacob, J-Dub needs to spin the wheel.
Oh, we could spin the wheel.
We'll spin the wheel for Johnny Wallace.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. All right, John.
Hopefully no shotgun. I legit can't take it. Watch. The wheel probably listened to me.
50% off the menu?
50% off the super chat menu.
So what, $50 gets you the bit? How are we doing this?
How about that?
How
Let's
are we doing
do that.
this?
If you send in a $50 super chat, you win Big Cock Brock.
Yeah.
That's what we'll do.
The $250, I think, does not apply.
We can't
here.
do the jersey for $250 just because of shipping, because we'll have it shipped to us and then we'll ship it to you. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So anything else here, 50% off the super chat menu, we'll do that right now. If you send in a 50 right now, first one to do it, I'm going to send you Big Cock Brock.
The race is on.
The race is on. You have 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes. I'm Bob Dole. I'm Bob Dole. I'm Bob Dole. $5 super chat right there. You're both 12 inches tall, laying on your back. BCB, let's go Niners.
That's incredible.
Yes, former U.S. Senator.
Kansas. Ha
What is it?
I'm guessing Kansas.
Kansas?
Yes, I was right.
Nice. I knew he's a presidential nominee.
Greg Smith, Trizzy, you're funny too. LOL. Man.
Oh my gosh,
funny.
Artful Dodger. Is it true there's nothing finer than a New York Giner?
We're not repeating that. We're not repeating that.
The real saying is there's nothing finer than a San Francisco 49er.
Uh-oh.
That's what I thought the saying was, not the one that Artful said.
Artful? Hey, Marshall, come here. We might need to keep that for
Oh my
Eagles,
gosh.
dude. Go get Marshall. Go get Marshall. Hey, that is hilarious. That is so good, Artful. That is so good. I'm going to pop up Marsh on the screen when he comes in here.
Artful Dodger, I want you to read that. And is it true?
Yes. What do they want me to say?
Do you get it?
Is it true that there's...
He doesn't get it. The New Yorker doesn't get it. Dude, no way. No way. No way.
Chase's mic. I'm worried about Bobby.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
That is funny.
Marshall didn't get it.
Whew.
He didn't get it.
Oh! John Wallace! John Wallace! John Wallace! John Wallace!
Woo!
He's getting big cock Brock. BCJ! 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 BCJ, type it into the chat.
All right. That's
Oh,
wild.
Wow, that is so funny.
BCJ. BCJ. BCJ.
That's 50 from John.
That's it. That's it.
BCJ into the chat. Mamba legend Kent Freeman, Greg Smith, Texas Niner, Dan Paul, Mally Mal,
That's
Jacob
amazing.
Sumner. Wow, that one threw me for a loop.
Funny.
I didn't get it at first, and then I said it, and I was just in tears. There's nothing finer than a San Francisco 49er. Silatanga, Jacob Sumner typing those BCJs. John Wallace now gets the Debo headband, the Niner pillow, and the BCB. How about it? Now we're 14 away from 100. Can we get to the century mark here in
Who's
Super
gonna get
Chats?
us there?
We're done on the Super Chat 50% off menu. Man, that was funny. I am still laughing about that. No.
Nerd.
No.
Who's going to help us out? If we can get to $100, we're 16 away, 15 away.
Yeah, 16 away from 100.
I'll do a freedom funnel. I'll do a freedom funnel if we can get to 100.
Freedom funnel for 100 from Trace. That coming in from Trizzy. What's y'all season starters for both sides? Ooh, good question. Let's go. We'll start at offensive line. Trent Williams, left tackle. Aaron Banks, left guard. Jake Brendel, center. Spencer Burford, right guard. Right tackle, Dalton Reisner. How about that? Wide receiver 1, Brandon Ayuk. Wide receiver 2, Sela! Sela! Woo! Let's go. Wide receiver, Ayuk, wide receiver 1, Debo, wide receiver 2, Jawan Jennings, wide receiver 3, and Danny Gray, wide receiver 4. Tight end 1, George Kittle. So running back 1, obviously Christian McCaffrey. So that's the starting lineup offensively. Defensively, defensive line, Nick Bosa, Eric Armstead, Javon Hargrave, Drake Jackson. Cornerback 1, Charvarius Ward. Cornerback 2, Diamador Lenore. Cornerback 3, it's going to either be Samuel Womack or Isaiah Oliver. Linebacker, Marcelino McCrary Ball, Fred Warner, Azeez Al-Shire. Safety, Deshaun Gibson, Talanoa Hufanga. There you go. John Wallace, can I send it to someone else? You can, technically, if you want. If you don't want the BCB.
Does Sela want it? I mean, he's the number 2 Super Chat MVP.
Yeah.
If Sela wants it.
John, who do you want to donate it to? Let us know if you don't want it. John, do you want the pillow as well? Let me know. That's something you can have at the crib, at the man cave.
Mike Honcho.
Does Mike Honcho want the BCB? Honcho, are you watching?
Honcho!
Oh, sorry. Matthew Short. I didn't mean to say Azeez Al-Shire. I meant to say Dre Greenlaw. So check that. Linebacking core. Greenlaw, Warner, Marcelino, McCrary Ball. That's what I meant to say. Chualor, he might be available at 99. Depends on how the draft board falls.
I'll pop that up on the
Does
screen.
Mike Honcho want the BCB? If Honcho's still watching.
Honcho!
John, we can also bring this up if we go live again on Friday to see if he wants it once he gets into the chat. Send it to Sela. Does Sela want the BCB?
Sela!
Does Sela want the BCB?
Just let us know. Do you want it? Do you want it?
Does Sela want the BCB?
Wow. This is like
David
double
Corona is back.
Double and give it to the next person is what this is pretty much going.
Sela wants it. All right, we're going to send it to Sela. All right, so, Sela, a couple ways for you to get in contact with me. Trace, I have an email, L3.
Dude, I'm already there.
Chase@chatsports.com. Sela, you can email me there. You can drop your address in the chat. I'll look at it, take a picture of it, and send it to you. You can also hit me up on Twitter or Instagram @Chase_Senior. So, a couple ways for you to get involved and hit me up. Email, chase@chatsports.com. We pop that up. Twitter, Instagram @Chase_Senior. Lyle, don't choke the chicken. We're just squeezing it.
Yeah, if you squeeze it,
Pause.
it just gets loud, you know?
Yep.
Giggity.
So, Sela, let us know how we can get your address.
Oh!
Bang! Bang! Niner gang!
gang!
Thank you, Chat Sport. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. So let us know, Sela. We'll get it sent to you. Looking out for Sela's address here. Oh, man. This show never disappoints, does it?
Not even that one time.
Not even that one time. Michael Keller, what's up, Chase? My birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Michael. Happy birthday to you.
There you go, Michael. All right. I want the pillow for sure and the headband. I got you, John. Sela, it's up to you. Happy birthday to our guy, Michael. Dakota, if we send money, what do we get? Well, here's our Super Chat menu. We can pop it up for you. We did our giveaway for today. Sela's going to get the BCB. Last week, we had a couple of giveaways. We had a Niners helmet. We had a Niners football. Bryant Cowart won a Niners jersey because he sent me a $500 piece. So if you send me a Venmo, $500, you get a custom Niners jersey. Whatever you want on the back and whatever jersey number you want, we'll put it on there. We'll wear it on the show. Then we'll send it to you. David Corona. How is everyone? We're great, David.
Sela, did we get, he's back in the chat. I'm wondering, did he email you?
Yeah, Sela, you said thank you, J-Dub. Did you email me? Let's see.
I didn't see him replying for a second, so I'm wondering if he DM'd you.
Didn't see anything on my email. Let's see.
Dakota, while Chase is looking through that, I'll tell you guys what's on the wheel. I'll tell you what's on the wheel. So on that, one second. I lost the wheel. There she is.
Here you go, Dakota. Jacob! 10!
Jacob!
Speaking of the wheel, let's spin it for Dakota. A lot of stuff on the wheel.
It's a lot of cool things.
Jumping jacks again. All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Lyle! $20 super chat.
Do we just go wheel spin for any super chat over 10?
Yeah, we could do that.
Or should we?
Shoot, we could do that. Lyle with the 20. We'll spin the wheel again for Lyle.
Here we go.
We'll also answer a super chat too
Absolutely.
next.
Absolutely.
Borat voice.
You have to answer the super chat in a Borat voice.
Okay, I'll answer the super chat in a
decision.
Borat voice. It landed on the Borat voice.
All right, so shout out Jacob Summer. First
Jacob
$10.
Summer, $10 super chat. Very nice. How much? 10.
Dan.
He said, Niners need to trade up in the draft and get a top 5 right tackle. Very nice.
Great success.
Great success. Great success. If the Niners get a right tackle, great success.
Mike McGlinchey's like Cousin Bilo. He's not number 1.
So, Lyle, yes, in a regular voice, if they trade up and get a top 5 right tackle, I don't think there's going to be 5 right tackles taken in the first round and a half / 2 rounds. So if you trade up from number 99, 101, or 102, and you get into that second round, I agree. Need to get your future right tackle right there. Michael Keller, thank you guys. So how's everything going? Chase? Chat Sports. It's great.
Going great.
It's going great,
Dandy,
man.
if you will.
It's another great day here on the show. Cannot ever complain. I would use 2 third-round picks on offensive line. It's not a bad point there from Jacob. Jamie Perez, 31-7. What are you talking about? Is that your shoe size?
Nice.
JT 56. Niners fan base have a one-sided rivalry with Philly right now. Yes, they do. And I'm in the middle of it all. Oh, 31-7 was the NFC title game score. I see what you did there, Jamie Perez. I see what you did. What's good, Jamie? So we're 44 away from $200 in super chats. If we get to $200 in super chats, I will shotgun a Truly. How about that? I'll shotgun a Truly if we get to 200 in soups. We're 44 away.
You heard the man.
Jacob Sumner. Who's the Nick Bosa of this draft? Nobody. Nobody's close to Bosa. There's a couple of good players, though. Will Anderson is more of a 3-4 linebacker. He's not a pass rushing specialist like Bosa, but I really like him. I think that he could be the best sack artist in this draft class. So I'll go Will Anderson as far as like sack numbers, but he's a different player. There's not a Nick Bosa in this draft. I think Lucas Van Ness is a guy out of Iowa who some people are sleeping on a little bit. John Wallace. Chase, did you get my Twitter message? Let's see it.
We also want to make sure we get a message from our guy, Sela.
Oh! Aiello out of nowhere! There he is again!
He's back again, Chase!
As I always say about Aiello, he's like a lion lurking in the grass, looking after the deer, and then he pounces on it. Comes out of nowhere with the 50. John, I have an exciting announcement for you, by the way. An exciting announcement for John. I'm going to email you. All right? I have an exciting thing for John Aiello. Exciting thing for John Aiello.
Who is busted in this year's NFL draft from Chua Lore? Hot take. I think Will Levis, depending on the team he goes to, is a bust.
Yeah, I agree.
If he gets put in a perfect system, perfect team, you know.
I got a Twitter DM from Anti-Illuminati Sionista. Our 49ers are a source of both administrative, coaching, and player talent for the other teams. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
They develop a lot of coaches. They develop a lot of front office executives and players. And let's see, John, I don't know if I got your Twitter message. Was it a... Oh, here it is. Hey, Chase, I'm not as active. I need to be, and I've been considering AG1. But do I need to be really active as possible? From John. You don't need to be active to take AG1. In fact, AG1 doesn't really always have to do with being active. It just supports your gut health, supports your immune system, gives you sustained energy levels, and it has 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients. And all you have to do is mix 1 small scoop of it. Probably I prefer on an empty stomach every morning, and it really does help you out throughout the day. Helps your gut health and helps boost your immune system. High quality ingredients as well, John. So if anybody wants some AG1, what is it? athleticgreens.com/chatsports?
Yes.
If you want some AG1, I'm putting the link in the chat there. There it is. There's the link. Put the Athletic Greens link in the chat. $20 off, 5 free travel packs, John, and a year's supply of vitamin D. That's what you get on the deal. Now, you might look at it as somewhat of a pricey investment, but health is wealth, right? You're investing in your own health, and it's less than $3 per day if you spread it out over the month. So if it's that good for you, less than $3 per day, it's totally worth it, and I love it. Less than 1 gram of sugar, too. Dave Zobel is back. We currently don't have a second-round pick this year. I know, they'd have to trade up, Dave. That's what we were talking about. Did we read all these super chats, by the way?
Yes.
I do need the shotgun at Truly.
AFX. He's a Browns fan.
AFX Apocalypse. I'm so
Browns
sad the
fan.
Browns signed Josh Dobbs, so the chances are no Stetson Bennett to the Browns. I like Stetson Bennett.
He wants Stetson Bennett to the Browns because he knows about the bet that Petey made with Harry.
True.
He wants
Petey
wants
doesn't
him
think
to.
that Stetson Bennett is going to get drafted.
Yeah, he wants the Browns to draft him, so Petey has to make a video about it.
Jacob Sumner. That
Which
would
is
not be
fucking
enough
hilarious.
for Lamar Jackson. Lance and Jawan Jennings, next year's first-round pick. It has to be 2 first-round picks under the construct of the franchise tag that he signed. So there are very specific elements to it. It's not just, any trade proposal. There are certain guidelines that you have to follow with that. Now, Jacob, you can add players on there. No Trulies? Oh, no. Oh,
I think there's Happy Dads.
there's no Happy Dads. A Happy Dad? Oh, I'll take that. Yes. A Happy Dad, thank God. AFX Apocalypse. Tom, do you mean you? See what I did there? All right, our Super Chat menu, $5 Niner mug cheer. It's $10. We'll continue to spin the wheel. Thanks.
Chase has jokes. He's a funny guy.
That was a funny.
He makes funnies. AFX.
Yes, you still get that discount there, John.
AFX.
Still get that discount.
Father Trace, do you think Chase Sr. should name his son Chase Sr. Jr.? I think that he should name his son.
I like how he calls you Father Trace.
What if it were middle senior junior? It's a little, something in between. Middle-aged senior junior.
See, here's the deal. I need to have a son because I'm the last male left of the senior family tree.
Yeah, you have to.
So if, I didn't have a son,
You have to.
the name wouldn't continue.
We just can't have that.
That would be a
We can't
disaster.
have that. That one thing
That'd
we
be
can't
very
do is
depressing.
allow that to happen.
Yeah. But Chase Sr. Jr., I think the kid would just get bullied as he's growing up. That wouldn't be good.
Yeah.
Mamba Legend, hey Chase, I changed my mind on Hunter Renfrow. Signed Jonah Williams. It'd be great to have 2 Trent Williams on this offensive line. Oh, you mean 2 Williams. Okay. Yeah, because he's not Trent Williams. He's just not that good, though. He's not good at left tackle. We expect him to play well at right tackle? I'm a little bit skeptical. Michael Keller. will the 49ers be able to draft Stetson Bennett in the 3rd round or 4th round? He'll be available there, but I wouldn't use a draft pick on Stetson Bennett that early. I'd go 5th, 6th, 7th, and I'd be comfortable with that. And I actually think he'd be a pretty good Kyle Shanahan quarterback. All right. This is for John Aiello, the legend, as well as John Wallace, the legend. 2 Johns, John squared.
The Johnny Legends. All right, Chase. Grip it, rip it, tip it. Chug, 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 chug. There we go. There we go. Put it down. Shake it out.
Woo!
You'll be just fine. You're going to be just fine.
Thank you, Father Trace.
Put it down, shake it out. Come on. Yeah,
AFX said, I've called him Father Trace since I
has.
showed up to the Saints channel.
He has. He has.
That's legendary stuff right there.
AFX hit me up on IG. We were talking about high school one time. It was pretty fun.
That's
pretty fun.
That's awesome. We still haven't heard from Sela, right?
Sela! Sela, if
we get your address, we can send you BCB. If not, we can't.
Sela, if you're still in the chat, just type me. Like, just let us know you're still here.
Yeah.
Or something. We want to make sure you're still here. So
Greg Smith, he's a real one. I like the axe there with the minor.
Ooh, the pickaxe. I
The
like
pickaxe for a
I
minor.
can pop his question up.
10 draft picks, Greg Smith. 10 draft picks. 3 in the 1st round, too. Pretty valuable. Greg Smith has always been a real one. Always a real one, Greg.
Are we looping, by the way?
AFX. No, not at this point. Uh-oh, AFX has some high school problems.
Oh, no.
Damn high school problems. I have a crush on this one girl, and then I started talking to her sister, and I like her now, too. I'm in a pickle.
Hey, you're in a good pickle to be in.
Abby, can we get you on the mic?
We have relationship expert Abby Alonso in the other studio. We can go get her if we need to.
How about we get Abby on the mic? What's your advice for AFX Apocalypse here?
So the problem is...
All right, I'll read this again. Damn high school problems. I have a crush on this one girl, then I started talking to her sister, and I like her now. I'm in a pickle.
It's a good pickle to be in. It really is.
You can't date both.
No.
You cannot date both.
So what's your relationship advice to AFX? Hop on the mic here.
Okay, let's talk this one out. When you say you're talking to her sister, you need to define what you mean by talking. Also, what was the previous relationship with the girl you have a crush on?
Yeah.
Does she know you have a crush on her? Were y'all talking?
Yeah. Is he
she know you have a crush
two-timing
on your
each
sister?
sister?
That's what I'm saying.
AFX.
Communication is key here. So we really...
Communication is key, no doubt.
You can have a crush on someone and still be talking
He
to
said
them.
yes and yes to both. So he was talking to them both, and they both know. That's a slippery slope there, AFX.
Hey, AFX, what I would recommend...
And here's the thing, it doesn't end pretty.
What I would recommend is flip a coin.
No,
Flip a coin.
don't listen. You know what? I don't even know why I try to help
If you like
y'all.
both sisters, flip a coin, take one of them out. If you hate it, take the other one out.
Yeah.
Those are people.
Let me just
they
say,
can go on dates.
Flip a coin.
So is AFX. My guy AFX.
AFX, I didn't quite do that.
What did he say?
I did something somewhat similar, and let's just say that both sisters were very angry. This was a long time ago. This is when I was like 18 years old.
If they both know and they don't have a problem with it, then I guess it works. But
Dave Zobel said if you diss one, the other will not go out. I mean, you would think that the sisters would stand up for one another, right?
Yeah.
I need more context.
Jacob Sumner said if they both know, just date both. Mamba Legend, I think you should let God decide.
Hey, pray on it. That's good advice.
Pray on it. Yes.
Pray for some guidance here.
Fascinating pickle there for
That's
AFX.
Yeah, that's certainly a fun one.
AFX, let me give you my advice.
Playa.
You can't be talking to both sisters, man. You got to choose one. Actually, you know what? I think you have to move on from both. It's just not going to end up well for you. You're talking to two sisters. It's not a good pickle that you're in. So I think you got to cut it off with both, and you got to move on. Because it's not going to end well either way. You're either going to upset yourself, one sister, or two sisters. And if you have two sisters coming at your neck, that's not good.
Dakota has
an option.
Dakota has
if you
an
want to
option. It's
follow
pretty
that,
funny.
but we're not going to give away that advice.
You can check the chat.
John Aiello said walk away. That's what I think. Me and John, we see eye to eye.
Corona guy.
That's
just
not bad
have
advice.
fun with
Just have
both.
fun with both.
Just
Be friends.
cool.
That's it.
The biggest thing you'd
cool.
have to do here, be a gentleman. Be a gentleman about whatever you do. Don't be an asshole. Don't be an F-boy. Be a gentleman about how you go about this.
Yeah.
Sup, Chase? It's been a mile. Maximo
is back. Trinidad in the house. A little late. Yeah, a little bit late, but it's never too late.
Never worried.
Maximo, it's good, brother. What did I start in the Niners chat? You did start it, and you started it with two sisters as well. I'm scared of their dad. I'm 5'7", he's 6'10".
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Yeah, you should walk away.
Trace, shut up, dude.
You should never be scared of somebody who's bigger than you. I'm just going to say that.
John Aiello said, run,
it doesn't
don't look
matter.
back.
If it's
I'm
a
not
female's
saying-
father, you absolutely should be.
That's being soft. If you have respect for yourself, you can
Honey,
have
let me tell you
respect for
something.
your...
You gotta respect the shit out of
Chua Lure, the Niners have 11 picks. I got you, Chua. Did I say 10? 11. Johnny Dubs.
I'm not saying you.
Thanks, Johnny. Prayers are up for you to become a father to a son. You'd be awesome. Chase the GOAT. Trizzy, you and Chase would be those dads. Real ones. Yeah, we'd both be real ones. We will not be dads together. We will be separate dads.
Why not?
And we will be great dads.
Why? That's so not fair, Chase. That's so not cool. You're not even going to think about it.
Oh, man. No. John Wallace, thanks, brother.
That's awesome. John,
I got you, Chua. You're the man, Chua.
appreciate you, brother.
Wait, Chua's our fact checker. Fact checker Chua. Say that 10 times fast. Yeah, AFX, you got to walk away, bro.
Yeah. Just...
Oh, Maximo. I'm pretty tall for a 16-year-old. Honestly, this was the start of the height and shoe size thing, and that's when I laughed, one of the hardest I've ever laughed on air, because who was it? Somebody said that he was hung like a young pony.
Who was it? Who
said it?
dude?
Oh, man.
It was on Niners.
It was, yeah, it's here. Ah, I forget.
Was it Dreadhead?
No. It wasn't Honcho. Ah, I forget.
Was it Chua-Lore?
I forget. No. I wish I remembered, but it was hilarious.
That shit was so funny.
Johnny Dubs!
Johnny Dubs!
He's saying what's up to Abby. Hey,
wanna say
sister
hey?
Abby, a woman's advice. Listen, man. Exactly.
Ow! You want to say hi to John?
John, you are a wise man. You are
He
a
is.
very wise man.
Wise man. Christopher Pereira, try dating a cousin. Might be better than two sisters.
Hey, we keep that in Alabama. Keep that shit in Bama.
Instead of two sisters, you go after a cousin.
I don't think that's what he meant. Oh, maybe that is what he meant.
I didn't want to take it that way.
You and I read it this way.
I was trying to keep it PG.
I kind of didn't say it. I was just like,
You and I read
I'm just
it.
gonna
I was
let
trying
you
to
go.
keep it PG.
I was like, I'm just gonna let you answer this one because that's not what I thought.
Maximo, do you remember my height? I think it's 6'1", right? AFX. I'm a 176-pound, 5'7" defensive tackle in football and backup quarterback. Okay,
Hey
quite the
there.
positions there.
Hey there.
Not a lot of quarterback and defensive tackles out there. King Malibu, thank you. Long live the Chase legacy. It's the senior legacy. We got to keep it moving. But not anytime soon, ideally. Unless it's an accident. Michael Keller, hey Chase, I just turned 33 today. Happy birthday,
birthday,
bro.
Michael.
Be singing your happy birthday song.
Type
a little bit
those
older than me.
HBDs.
AFX, they're both taller than you too?
Wait, how tall are you?
He said he's 5'7".
5'7"? And you're in 5'7" in high school isn't
Oh,
short.
Maximo. By the way, Chase, shoe size now is 13. Congrats, bro.
There we go.
You're
There
growing.
We go. Keep drinking that milk. Keep drinking milk.
Maximo, if you put salt in your shoes, you'll grow even further. That was a Michael Jordan legend tale.
Is that actually a tall tale from
Greg
MJ?
Smith, good advice. I would say walk away, just be friends. Bang Bang can't decide, call the Niner gang. What do you mean, Lyle? You got it, Maximo. All right, should we head out or should we stay on?
Let us know.
L for leave, S for stay. L for leave, S for stay. Oh, King Malibu. Hey, Chase, can y'all drink one on the house for me? My uncle passed away yesterday. Rest in peace to your uncle. Our thoughts and prayers are with your family, sending strength your way as well, King Malibu. We appreciate you. Here's one to your uncle.
We'll pour one out for him.
A lot of people are saying stay. All right, we'll go 2-minute super chat shot clock then.
2 minutes remaining.
2-minute super chat shot clock. We'll continue to hang out,
2
and
minutes.
if you need dating advice, I guess we can give it to you.
Hey, AFX, we can't turn this into
We
a
appreciate
Saints
you,
Live.
King Malibu. John Wallace, we got you. Maximum 6 foot, 180. Used to be 220 when I graduated college. I was a fat boy. Now, slim down. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Exactly, King.
Slam.
36 seconds into our 2-minute shot clock. AFX, I want to be taller. Salt in the shoes, bro.
Do this.
Salt in the shoes.
Did you see this? What is he doing all that for? Like it's his pro day.
Cam?
Yeah, why is he running around in
Yeah,
circles?
he was
That's what
doing
I'm
too
saying.
much. Trying to be the center of attention.
That's really fucked up. Those kids are at a pro day.
1 minute into our 2-minute super chat shot clock. Maximo, you should change your YouTube name to Young Pony.
Look at
Oh,
his hair.
was that who said it? Was it Maximo who said
No,
it?
Maximo is the one who they were talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. Maximo, why? Because you were called the Young Pony by one of our loyal viewers.
Hanging like the pony.
Sounds stupid. The real ones know it's actually an honor.
Oh my god.
Chualore, I'm 6 foot, weight 50. You only weigh 54 pounds? And my size is 13.
Nice.
All right. John Wallace, you're the OG. No, Maximo, that's actually an honor. Maximilian, yeah, you could do that. All right, 10 seconds left on our super chat shot clock. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll have the 20-second delay for those of you who are watching on delay. It's actually a lot of you. It surprises me a lot. Jacob Sumner, I love y'all's channel. Keep it real, y'all. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Keep it real as well, bro. Salute. Mike Concho said, see you Friday. I think we got to run it back, right? I mean, Friday was epic last week. But I do want to get out somewhat earlier to watch the NCAA Tournament Sweet 16 games. Maximo said, Chase, do me a favor. It depends. Dakota, always faithful. What's the favor there, Maximo? Christopher Pereira, stay. Hey, that's why we put up the 2-minute super chat shot clock. Everybody who's still watching, though, is a real one, for sure. So we'll go thanks, real ones, for those of you in the chat. Get a Christian McCaffrey jersey. So you know what's cool, Maximo? Bryant Coart with the 500 piece last week. He did say that he wants 23 on his custom jersey. That is Christian McCaffrey's number, excuse me. So we'll get that jersey for him. All right, thanks, real ones. We're about to dip out here. John, Sela, John Wallace, John Aiello, everybody else. Mike Concho, Lyle, Jacob Sumner. I'm Bob Dole. past. Bunch of real ones in the chat today, especially with those super chats. Dakota Wheeler, you can find a Christian McCaffrey jersey anywhere. Chatsports.com/49jersey. That's the link. John Wallace, are we live Friday? I think we got to do it, John. I think we got to do it. Yeah, at least for an hour or two. All right, we're out here. It's been the San Francisco 49ers Report. It has also been real. For Trizzy, for Abby, I'm Chase. For the Chat Sports crew, we out. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time here on the show.